everyone, this is BNB, Binance Coin daily chart, and obviously due to the recent news pump from Bitcoin and with Ethereum, we also have BNB now has broken back into the range which it was trading in between February this year and the back end of May, before we then lost this key level here at around 585, 583 give or take, to come back down here. And then of course we've been trying to retest this area previously lost in the run-up, of course, to this pump, and the presumption would be we would get a rejection from the 200 MA on the daily chart. But of course we've had this inorganic move now as a result of the news, and BNB has broken back above the 200 MA. Very significant move, and now that does give bulls a little bit of something to grab hold of. So firstly, we're overbought at present, so we don't chase this, and we're just at resistance. You see here you go, here's former resistance, so firmly back in this range again. Admittedly, volume is questionable here, and of course, as we said, we have overbought conditions, so we need to wait for a retrace. Now you could have a good short opportunity here, of course. Now you're not the right side of the 200 MA, but you know, this is a very manageable short entry for BNB at around 692 given the overbought conditions. So a good short entry from here would make sense at around 690. This area would probably be quite lucrative. Let's have a quick look at if any divergence is popping up. Nothing just yet on this time frame. So yeah, that would be the idea. Overbought conditions paired with solid resistance overhead previously respected in March and May. That would be a solid play. In terms of the long side, waiting to come back down into this support area here where this order block is, right into what is essentially this support range, which is between 605, 606 and around 585. Just a very small little range, but that would be now the ideal long play, because of course we've had the bullish signal. It's a nice clean break right up to resistance, and then of course we're just looking for that retrace back down to this area. But remember, we are in a bear market still, and even though Bitcoin now has given us a first bullish signal, because it's a news pump, because it's not organic, we have to be very cautious. And if BNB, for example, just comes back down here and starts forming a base up here, then this really does shore up this level and gives us a bit of confidence to come in here. But if the price action just does this, then that is quite worrisome, right? That's people taking profits from down here. That's people taking profits from their positions after they got stuck following this move, etc., etc., and so forth. We need more structure. It's very manageable to short from 691, 690, this level. And then, of course, logically, when 200 MA is coming back round to this support area within these two red lines, again, 609, 608, 586, etc., this would make a very good long play with confluence once the RSI cools down. But of course, that may take a few weeks to happen. So it's a short over the next few days, very manageable. Obviously, keep your eye on Bitcoin, but don't get too carried away and don't get FOMO'd with all of this. Don't try and chase this. We know what this is. Let's just wait and see if it turns into something bigger. And of course, we would be waiting therefore to see if BNB can get back above this key resistance level, 690 or so. And if it does, then we've got a different conversation. But until then, we're in this range. This is where you want to be buying. This is where you want to be shorting. But that's BNB.